I love that intro, honestly. Attention, Young Sport Digital Media Company Limited. This is not your contest. Safety media.
When you want to get off the darkest ground.
Ass hats!
Ass hats.
Or ass shats, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Into the light.
From a bird's eye view.
Behold the pug!
Indiana Bones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Kill the pug!
Funky rhythm. The continent we see here is Asia.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
We're back!
Yes, we are.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew. Well, not sponsored, actually. Brought to you by Mountain Dew's limited edition flavored USA and by Safe Light Auto Glass Rubber.
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back. We're here, and we're live with yet another movie night on this April 30th, I believe it is. Maybe, unless you're in the future.
Or Australia.
The future or Australia. Well, either one of those. Well, we're back for yet another movie night. We are here and we are live, I think. And hopefully, at least, we have everything all set and ready to go. And we have some stupid on the wheel for you guys tonight.
Yay!
We also had a super chat from our very own Chris Kelling for $10. He says, "Here we go." Thank you for that, Chris Kelling. We appreciate you.
Here we go to save the stupid.
They give me fight the stupid arcade. Fight the stupid.
All right. So, should we then get into our introductions? I don't know why I have the dog on the screen still. My apologies. That's for the end
It's
of the
a
show.
cute little pug.
He is a cute little pug, but he's for the end of the show.
Well, good night,
There we
panel.
Not yet. All right. Well, shall we start with our introductions? I think we should start tonight with RJ. Hello, RJ.
Oh, hello. Let me briefly put on my camera to verify that I am not a pathetic simulation. I am a pathetic live picture. And
I'm glad we cleared up the simulation part.
I'm going to be debating with a fellow reasonable person who we together will be debating Otangelo and Philip Williams, who will be defending the argument that there was like Noah's Ark's been found and they have pictures.
Oh my.
No. Oh,
Yes, that's tomorrow at about 5 o'clock Pacific time. And I am
That
ready
sounds
to-
terrifying.
to slice and dice.
Summer child.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, RJ.
It is indeed.
But we
It
thank
prompted
you
me
for
to do a little
being.
bit more research. It's one of the
Yeah.
latest. It's not quite a Noah's Ark of the Month club. They go like about every 10 years or so when somebody thinks they found the Ark. The last
Oh,
one was just a
geez.
piece of rock.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Don't you remember that where they were finding a rock formation in Turkey that they decided was actually remnants of the Ark?
No, I'm glad I don't remember that.
My brother pointed that one out to me when they found it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think that this
jeez.
was making the rounds about 15 years ago. This new one has apparently somebody arranged to create like a hoax room of like wood planks and stuff down in a crevasse that they're insisting is actually part of the Ark, and he sent his little crew down there, and they've been filming things. And Otangelo, credulous git that he is bought into all of this. But unfortunately, the fun part is that most of the main creationists regard it as a hoax. Andrew Snelling and Carl Wieland and Brian
no.
Thomas. So the debate is weird. Why they're asking us to debate them? They should be trying to get the fellow creationists who regard it as twaddle to be debating them.
RJ,
Wow.
were there any pumas in there in those crevasses?
No. There wasn't anything. Although there was apparently a little tiny spider web at one point.
Oh, jeez. Well, we're
Of course, I
glad
was
that you're
referring
here.
to-
Go ahead.
Of course, I was referring to the Smothers Brothers, Boil Like Cabbage Down.
Yep, I got the reference.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, well, thank you for being here tonight with us, RJ. And
I do like it.
we also have with us tonight Purple. Purple rhymes with orange. How are you doing?
Doing okay. Got my second COVID shot this morning.
Woohoo! Well, we're glad that you were able to get your second one, and hopefully you're feeling well tomorrow. But if not, just rest up and drink a lot, I hear.
Yeah, I didn't make any plans for tomorrow just in case. And yeah, unfortunately, they also said I should probably be avoiding alcohol tonight. So
Oh, drat.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Come on, Purple. I've been at
Oh,
it.
you could always binge out on Tornado's favorite beverage.
Yeah. Or just binge some stupid. I'm sure that'll be the same
yeah, I
effect.
could never stand Mountain Dew to begin with. So
I was
and that
never a
was
big
before
fan.
they came up with all the weird flavors.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you're here with us, Purple.
So
And
I just got a spritzer here, just half orange juice, half ginger ale.
there you go. I've never actually tried that. Is it pretty decent?
Oh yeah, I like them.
Huh. I'll have to give that a shot. Well, we also have with us this evening Chris Killing. How are you doing, Chris?
Hey, good evening, good evening. Not a sponsor, but
Hey, some more ginger ale.
Right, yeah. So,
I like ginger ale. I do like that. So.
but,
Well, I like ginger ale too, but usually I like 2 or 3 shots of whiskey in it.
Yeah, that's a little
Like it's
different.
merely a component.
you know why I really like coming on this panel is because I can come up with some really obscure references that maybe someone my age or a little bit older might get, and RJ or Purple always are right in there. What they know exactly what I'm referring to.
That's
Yeah.
our purpose in life. You pitch him, we'll try to hit him.
Yeah,
That's-
you guys should hear the pre-show sometimes. I mean, RJ and I'll just go off on some tangent, and Jen will be sitting there pulling her hair out.
Yeah.
You know, we
Shut up, guys, shut
geek
up.
outs are terrible things in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't get me
it's all
started on
right.
the Titanic.
Oh, jeez. Well, thank you for coming again tonight, Chris Kelling. We do appreciate you. We also
Well, I
have.
appreciate being here. So
Well, good. I'm glad. We also have with us tonight Renee and me. Hello. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. Just got off work, cold beer in my hand, ready for a load of stupid.
There you go. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Give that
that's
young
the
man
way to
some
prepare,
stupid.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. Well, we're glad you're here with us this evening. And last but not least, we have with us tonight Tornado.
Hello, everybody! I'm Tornado Pelt here with more stupid reactions, because that's my thing. Screaming at idiots!
The
There you
reaction
go.
time of a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
That's not fair, and you know it.
Yeah, no, you're way faster than the Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Well,
Venus
I
flytrap
think,
ain't got nothing
That's
on
a
me.
second into the video.
yeah.
Venus flytraps ain't got nothing on me. They're slow.
Well, shall we pull up our wheel for the evening?
Yes, I do think we should.
All right.
What do we have?
We have tonight, we have bracelet, we have up and down, we have debris, and we have Sovsit. So,
Did
our...
you get the rights from NBC to show that?
I
is
didn't,
debris?
I couldn't find any Soviet citizens this evening, RJ. I do apologize.
I am so disappointed that
I
that is
know.
not a thing about Soviet citizens, especially Soviet citizens that have been irradiated by Chernobyl spiders to be turned into super Politburo.
Yeah, I'll have to do better next time.
What is debris?
I'm nervous
Debris
that
is
3
a
of the 4
NBC
labels on
series, a
here
really quite
give us nothing.
good one. I think
Debris
it's
is the mess of stuff that is laying about.
Yeah, so
or
we
debris,
have...
if you prefer.
I'll read off our titles for the evening. We have Do-It-Yourself Wonder Bracelet, EMF, 5G, 4G, Sickness, Block, Reject, Headache, Extra Energy, Car Sick, Fatigue, Relax. That's all one title by Jordan
Holy
Bronson.
moly!
Yeah.
Hey, that's a
Iron
long
Man
one.
2
It
Frisbees,
is.
Mr. Clean, you'll play Cialis!
Wow.
It's a do-it-yourself one, so it's like a public service. He's not charging for it, right? He's teaching you how to make your own.
Of course.
Oh, goody. Yeah.
We also have Flat Earth Space Debris claims its first victims from Level Earth Observer.
Oh, fuck.
We also have
That's
Sovereign...
why I asked if you had watched that video.
We also have Sovereign Citizen in Canada goes from brave to baby in 2 seconds. Not
Brought to you
from
by-
not personal.
Brought to you by Safe Light Auto Glass Repair. Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Repair.
Not quite, but we also have the last one on our wheel. There is What Goes Up Must Come Down on Our Flat Earth by CC.
Yeah.
DC
sure.
Chris from New York, who makes our Chris Kelling feel embarrassed to even be a part of his species.
Yeah, well, they're all winners, you know. I'll do better next week.
That's a special word to use in that.
Yeah, I'll
They're
do
all
better
winners.
next week to find us a Soviet citizen video, RJ.
Yeah.
They're all
And-
winners for the Red Rhetoric Dumb
It's
Fuck of the
too
Year
late.
award for sure.
You give
And then lastly, we also have Jenny Morgan in the panel with us.
Oh, there's Jenny. I was
Hey,
wondering
she
where she
made it.
was.
Yay.
What do you mean? I'm exactly on time.
Of course you are. There's no such
I
thing
said
as
you
late
made it.
here.
I didn't say you're late.
No, I just hadn't seen you posting anything on the Twitter for a bit there, so I was wondering if you were still up.
A movie night panel.
I
I'm still
suppose
on.
so.
Hold on. A movie night panel is neither late nor early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Yes.
GNXU wants to know if the Wonder Bracelet causes anal seepage.
Oh, yes.
This is a public service issue. I mean, if it does, we really need to be warned about this.
Yes,
Only
absolutely.
They come as ice cubes.
That was fun.
If somebody has put their finger in your anus far enough that the bracelet is rubbing, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to kink
Either,
shame, but you know,
either you
I'm,
need to tell them about it, or
Yeah.
start up a specialized video channel and exploit it financially.
Or at least take them to dinner first.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. Do you do bracelet on the first date? Is this the new procedure?
I think so. Oh, jeez.
And everyone drink just to drink that memory out of your head.
It won't work.
It
No.
won't work. Once it's there, it's there.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Just like
the
the
internet.
bracelet. Oh, dear.
yeah,
All right.
I'm already feeling that screw how I feel tomorrow. I don't think I can get this without alcohol.
Oh, I mean, it's one of them things that's really tough to do, for sure. Well, shall we spin our wheel?
Yeah, I
Wheel of
suppose we should if we're
misfortune.
going to get to
Turn,
the
turn,
stupid.
turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it!
Ooh, blur.
Boy, it's spinning so fast it doesn't even look like it's moving.
Hey, we have
Bracelet!
Oh
The
no!
gods
do
are
it yourself
not
wonder
with us.
bracelet.
Well, now we get to find
Yeah,
out
the
empirically
wonder
whether it
butter.
has anything to do with anal leakage.
Yeah.
Seepage.
Now, calm down. The video itself cannot possibly be longer than the title.
Oh, I wouldn't bet.
Yeah. How are you a betting
Say
person,
that.
Purple?
You say that, Purple.
Would
This
anybody
video
like
is
to know how long the video is?
I'm afraid I would like to know
44
that.
minutes.
45 minutes.
Woohoo!
Oh, pretty close there.
Holy moly.
Well, you
That's-
know why they do that. That was the, standard TV shows
Yeah.
were scheduled to run 44 minutes so that they had enough time to put the commercials in
Mhm.
and fit it into an hour time slot.
This is true.
Well, that's actually more current. In the ancient days, programs were closer to like 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's for us old farts that can remember
That's right.
3
2
rabbit
minutes
ears
of
on our
commercials
television
at
sets
10
and all that
minutes,
stuff.
20 minutes. Yeah. 2 minutes of commercials every 10 minutes. Yep.
Just about that. It's certainly on the evening news.
All right, there's our lovely video up on the screen for everybody to see. Ultimate
Cool.
video.
Really cutting edge 1980 graphics.
Yeah. I was thinking like 90s, like early 90s.
Yeah, okay. We need to have that kind of-
There you'd have to have extreme listed there somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. It kind of reminds me of Wormhole Extreme, if anybody gets the reference on that.
Yeah.
Also, Cernian says Wonder Bracelet is self-refuting.
Yeah. All right,
Or it
let
could
me
be a
see here.
superhero
Wonder Twin
franchise
Powers,
called
that's
Wonder Bracelet.
Let me just make sure my sound is all set up here correctly so everybody can hear it.
Yeah, we
Apparently
wouldn't
I was
want to
making too
miss
much
any
noise.
of the science.
Of course, I would hate for you to miss that.
And in 45 minutes, we should be up to our armpits in science on this one.
B No Just B says RJ is really quiet. All right, let me see if I can fix that real quick.
Oh, I thought I was close to the microphone, too.
Apparently not. I don't know if I can fix just your audio, but maybe you can move the mic a little closer or
How's
How
your
does
Zoom
this sound?
settings, bud?
better, I think.
Okay.
Also, how's this as far as my volume goes? Is it too low or too high?
For you, Tornado, it's the right volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That was not meant as an insult. That was just meant when you
Well,
get excited.
sometimes hard to tell.
We don't want to have people blowing their ears out. That's all.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh
Cernian
dear.
says Nita was
Okay,
a
let's
bit low.
find out
so I'll
about this
increase my audio.
bracelet.
Yeah, I'm turning everybody up because I know it is a little bit low. So let me turn everybody up there.
How's this, Cernian? Is this
So is this
still low?
is this how you activate the Wonder Twin powers?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody keep
Shape of
whispering
an eagle,
until she cranks it all
form
up
of
and
water.
scream.
Yeah, once I have it turned up as loud as it'll go.
Do we get to find out what a Wonder Bracelet is first?
Let's find out, shall we?
Perhaps it is so commonly understood that no other explanation needs to be undertaken.
All right. Well, let's.
By the way,
44 minutes of
before we go,
a model
Jin-
twisting
Jin-
a wrist.
Sorry, before we go, Jin XU says, please tell me this is not spirit science. Jordan has such an annoying voice. I just looked it up. It is not Jordan Bronson. It is Jordan Douchenish.
All right. Well, shall we get started on our video and see what we got?
Yeah, I bet we'd better, especially if this 45 minutes long. This could leave us here until June.
That's true.
Right.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Drink.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
No.
Okay, so today
The
I'm
X-Files
actually
told
going to
they
show
want their
you
thing back.
how to make my Wonder Bracelet.
Had to be copper,
Yes.
didn't it? Yeah.
This
What
is what it
in the-
actually looks
Oh
like.
my god.
And there is a principle behind that.
No, there's
And I
not.
actually will show
No,
you.
there really isn't.
Just, that's
But
already
before that,
cringeworthy.
I like to show you a little clip. With this bracelet here, I was able to stay in my car. And I'm going to show you the clip right now.
Wow. I've been able to stay in my
Okay.
car
Good.
without a bracelet.
I just
Because of
came
the
home
bracelet, he was able to stay in his car.
and I'm pretty upset.
Oh, drink.
I don't
Drink.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Because of the bracelet, he's able to stay in his car. It's called not opening the door.
I
Yeah.
managed to stay in my car for hours at a time. Usually I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
How's this,
Slept in my
Cerny?
car too.
I think what he means is the bracelet got caught on the gear shift, so they weren't able to drag him out.
Drink.
Hey, aren't the NFL drafts on TV tonight?
They already happened.
Oh dear.
Now, are we going to find out what the difference is between sad plus down? So sadness and downness are apparently different things. And he has
Oh.
to include them together. And we need to have like a proper metric to determine sadness and down ratios so that we can
Oh,
get
metric
a
this.
measure on this, which I will then multiply by the square root of purple to yield the number of gerunds this is.
That sounds like a
Oh.
plan to me.
What the
Really?
hell?
None of
really
my
just-
roots are square.
That's what I
They're all
always
totally
suspected.
tubular.
None of my roots are blonde either. So I mean, but now when the I think I figured out why he was sad and down was because the coils on those bracelets he had were pinching his arm hairs.
Exactly. I mean, I was just thinking this could be a very dangerous thing for
That's true.
anyone with any body hair to do. Putting on this
I want to see him
spring-loaded
stuff a magnet down
air
the
eater.
coil and see what happens.
Alrighty. Anyway,
It
moving
wants to
on.
know whether he's trying to capture Tesla fields or connect to Wi-Fi better or communicate with the Venusians.
All of the above.
Ah,
All right, moving on. Let's see what else he's got to say about his sad and down.
yeah.
really know what to say, really.
And don't.
It's been close to 30 days since I got this car. This is my Mini. And I got a car before that. I wasn't able to stay in it either. So I got this Mini because during my testing and driving, I was able to turn off the Bluetooth in here. So that's why I got it. I got a Nissan before, a Nissan Leaf. I really loved that car because it was really roomy. But I was able to
Ed.
feel the car like at least 20 feet away. Yup. I can feel the car
Drink.
20 to 30.
I think we had Tornado first on that one.
No, that's not how touch works.
Yeah.
No.
Using the force.
We also have RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, does this guy have positive panic attacks in a parking lot?
I'm not sure. I don't know
It would
why.
seem to, because why would it only feel the car he owns? I mean, it must have had a complete meltdown when he went to get the car because of all those other cars out there screaming at them and radiating their whatever it is fields.
Yeah, if you can feel
Now
the
I
car from
understand.
20 feet away.
Wearing a copper bracelet deactivates the what's-it fields that he thinks is being emanated from the car.
RJ, as the resident automotive expert,
Yeah.
with my entire adult life having spent on cars,
Yeah.
I should warn you that cars do know things that you are not aware of. They know when they're about to break, and therefore will not break when they're in the mechanic's hands. Just so they don't have to go to the hospital.
That just goes without saying.
Okay. Cars are sentient beings. They are.
And there are others that I know, some people have a knack for buying a car that will in fact break down.
Well, shall we see what else this lovely individual has to say?
Uh-oh, you mean our stalling techniques have failed?
They have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, minis especially don't know when to shut up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Is it true that Mickey Mouse drives a Mini?
Yes, and she moans and screams and all kinds of
Oh
stuff.
my god. Anyway,
And they have a
Oh
they have a
my
Chrysler Cordova
God,
too.
What the hell?
moving
What the
on.
hell, Jenny?
Okay.
Here we go.
And I had a long car story from when I was a pagan.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm sure we'll circle back.
Okay, let's find out the
Away.
secrets of his health problems.
Back to
If I
Mr.
tell you
Long
guys
Arms.
this, some of you guys would not believe it at all. So, I was able to, for this car here, so I got this car. During the testing of it, and this is really weird, I'll probably be the first human in history to say something like this.
Oh, I hope so.
Now, as the car moved, anytime 45 miles or higher, I do not get sick. Sick meaning like something's attacking me and it gives me headaches.
That's not
But if
how
I
that
go
works.
under 45, it gives me mad headaches.
Drink.
And in our town, there's a law that you cannot.
Yes, Tornado?
You don't get headaches based on what speed you're traveling.
Oh, but
What
he
might-
thinks he does.
You know what might be causing it? That massive amount of booze you're consuming. Because that's the kind of thing you need in order to get to where you are. Seriously. I just don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. It's
Well-
like you're claiming I get sick because I'm not driving fast enough. That's not how that works.
Well, he's kind of screwed anyway. You know, if he only feels good when he's traveling more than 45 miles an hour, because you can't get to traveling 45 miles an hour unless you start traveling slower and work up to it.
Well, if he can't get to 45 miles an hour, how is he supposed to get to 88 miles an hour?
Oh, well, at 88 miles an hour, he turns into a pumpkin.
Oh,
No,
there you go.
no.
And
At 88
not-
miles an hour, he goes back in. Oh, right. He's driving a Mini. He's not driving a DeLorean. Therefore,
See,
he's not
yes, I mean, this,
Un-
you were just getting into silly talk. Nobody could ever build a time machine that looks like a Mini.
Jinzu's asking what did he get crammed up his tailpipe.
Oh, jeez. Well, we're about to find out if he
there
got
we
that
go.
bracelet
Well,
jammed
wasn't
up
the
there.
catalytic converter, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Something you guys are not aware of is that as cars have, this is complete a legitimate fact, by the way. as cars have gotten more digitally based, I should say. It used to be you just had one digital unit that was running the ignition, and then they expanded to actually running the fuel injection, and then the combination of the two, and then the transmission, and then the differential, and then the braking system, and the steering system. Today, a car will have 6, 7, 8 different CPUs, each one handling a different system, and they're on a CAN bus, and they talk to each other and all that kind of stuff.
And they radiate Clydon beams that makes this twerp sick.
Well, what has happened as cars have gotten more complex is that there are more and more people who are complaining about hearing and feeling things in their cars.
Aha.
And it's unknown what this is all about, but there are people who have theorized that certain people are sensitive to the RF noise that these kinds of devices can emit, and that they can affect certain people. So,
well, yeah, I could actually see that because, it's part of the thing with autism that people didn't get when I was growing up in the 70s. That autistics are frequently sensitive to fluorescent lights because of them cycling with the current, that they're actually flashing on and off 60 times a second.
Right.
And
this
don't perceive that.
There was this one case of a person who, now this is not the person getting sick, this is the car getting sick, but they, I forget, car they were driving, I'm sorry, that's kind of an important part. But anyways, they found that as they drove to a certain spot or past a certain spot on the road, their car would die. Okay, and what it turned out to be is that when they passed a certain point that was near this military radar installation, their car just flattened, stopped. It just stopped. It would restart once it was moved from that area, but every time it drove past that area, it was knocked out by they believe RF, but the Army wouldn't say anything or do anything like that. But it was observed by many people, neutral parties, and all sorts of stuff, that it was real. Now, like I said, I've never read a paper or anything on it, but
it's quite interesting.
It's mysterious.
Well, there's always the possibility that this guy suffers from motion sickness, that anything up to 45 miles an hour, he's fine, but anything flying past him faster than 45 miles an hour begins to make him feel ill.
No. You sure?
Because, you know...
I think it's the opposite. I think he said under 45 makes him
under
sick.
45. Well, he's just a freak then.
There we go. Yeah, that's it.
That about sums it up. All right, well, let's move on, since this is a rather lengthy film we're watching this evening.
Yeah, we should try to let it play a couple minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Exclusive detail as to how to build the bracelets.
We're only 3 minutes in, and we have 4 drink calls, so if we keep this rate up, we're going to be very intoxicated by the end of the evening.
Not me.
So let's move on then, shall we?
Or we will wish we were very intoxicated.
That's true.
Go over 35 miles an hour. So if I drive around town, I have to come home really quick. If I'm on a highway or something, I am okay because it's over 45 miles an hour.
Okay.
I don't know what it is yet because I'm still new to this. I knew that the Bluetooth in here would give me a problem. But the wireless entry, and this is what this is, okay? That's a wireless entry. And the wireless entry is giving me headaches. Sorry, a little dark, because I just came home. And it's nighttime. So I'm stuck with the car. And I don't know what to do with it. I can't really sit here for a long time, because after about 15 to 20 minutes or so, I'll start getting mad headaches. And in order for me to get that mad headaches away, I have to drive this car 45 miles an hour or higher.
I don't buy
Other
it.
than that, I
I
cannot
think he
use
needs
this car.
This sounds like a
non-modern
Keanu
car.
Reeves,
And
Sandra
all
Bullock
because
movie.
of the wireless entry.
Should this guy even be allowed to drive?
And I've searched around a lot. I actually pulse a lot of things to see if people can help me. No one was able to because they don't know how to turn this off. Because there's a wireless entry, you'll be able to, open your car door
Have you considered a
about,
used car that
you know,
doesn't have a wireless entry?
30 feet away. So if I can open the
I gotta
car
call
30
it
feet
true.
away, I am able to.
Yes, Chris?
Okay, I think I let it run long enough that we got into it. He's starting to repeat himself anyway.
Yeah.
But the wireless entry is only active when you push the button for a second. And so it can't be the wireless entry that's causing the problem.
Yeah, I don't understand why he just doesn't get
the button down.
an older vehicle like RJ suggested. Get a car that you gotta put the key
1928
in.
Maxwell.
Like, there's plenty
not
of
only
cars
that-
without wireless entry.
I had a 1992 Geo Metro. It had absolutely no computers at all. The friggin' thing still had a carburetor.
We also had a
Yeah, the last car I had with a carburetor was a 1983 Buick Century.
we also had a super chat from Zmorph for $5. Thank you very much for that, Zmorph. He says, "I buy that he buys it." Yeah, I think you're right. He might actually buy it.
Yeah, I'm a little hesitant to actually even make fun of this because I am feeling that, this is somebody who has a bit of a psychological disorder here.
I'm not sure if he does or not. If he wants to, if he believes that there's, some kind of issue with his vehicle, that's fine. And, or that, it's the keyless entry or whatever it is to, that's giving him these issues. But I'm more interested in his Wonder Bracelet.
Yeah. Which apparently resolved the problem for him. So I'm hoping that he's able to get in and out of his car in spite of all the Klydon radiation because of the copper bracelet that he has so handcrafted with such meticulous and hair eviscerating skill.
Well, I'm taking it the idea is that the bracelet provides some kind of a shielding effect against the car's electronics.
Yeah. To all the it doesn't like emanate directly to your nervous system on your head. It goes right through your wrist.
Ah, that makes sense.
But
All
those
right.
bracelets would be antennas.
Well, let's see what else he's got to say. Maybe he'll get to his bracelet here.
We're looking forward to that science.
Yes.
We'll feel this car
We got
about
45
20,
minutes.
maybe 15.
Let me. I'm gonna skip past his vehicle part here and get to where he gets back to his other part.
Yes, because this may just be an
Just
extended commercial for
It's
minis.
I think available, but
Okay.
just got caught my dilemma.
Also, he
Okay,
doesn't
so-
talk very fast, so I wonder if we couldn't get through this a bit faster, upping the speed a little
That's
bit.
true.
I could try by one up. You know what I mean.
One increment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
not
you.
chipmunk, but a little bit.
Yeah. Let's try this.
And this
You have to
bracelet
admit,
actually
though,
saved.
those bracelets are quite they're quite becoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're becoming something.
I have another problem with that bracelet.
There we go. What's that,
Yes.
Tornado?
It's a transformer, or it has the ability to be a transformer.
Robots in disguise. Sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. All right, here we go. Let's see what he has to
will
say.
this guy do when he discovers what he can do with a slinky?
This thing changed my life,
straight
apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Saves me. To be in that car, I need 4 of them. Yep. I need
Stylish.
4 of them. Although you can probably make this longer if you like, but just follow this principle. And then
Your
remember,
wrists.
I always say it about in some of my videos. I said you have to learn how to listen to your body. Once you learn how to listen to your body, you'll be able to figure out
My
how many
body
bracelets
speaks
you
to me all
actually
the
need
time,
at
but it's in
certain
Croatian.
places. For instance, in my car, I actually need 4 of them, 2 on both sides. And there's a principle to this. You know,
Oh,
I'll
is
actually
there?
show you. A motor.
Okay, here's where
A motor,
everything is
basically, a
interesting.
principle is that they jolt positive and negative in to make it
Okay.
spin. Right?
No.
Furthermore,
Oh.
what they don't tell
Oh dear.
you or explain to you
Chris
how
is
it
going to
actually works.
explode.
Each particles, remember this, each particles actually enter.
Yeah,
with a
let's show us
wire,
that really
and it
long
goes into
time
here.
so we can appreciate the
What
graphic.
happened is they attract to each other. So they made a little thing in the center where it touches. When that happens, because they make a little spark, it spin. When that
Drink!
spin, the magnet actually
Yes, Tornado.
Drink fucking hardcore. Because that's not how a motor works. A motor
Electric motors do.
works when electricity enters a wire. Of course, he has that bit right, and electricity enters a wire. But then, as it passes through that wire, it initiates a magnetic field. This magnetic field can interact with the turbine in the center, or I should say the rotor in the center, which causes it to spin.
Aha.
It's basically the reverse of a power generator. Instead of the generator,
So where we
the
get to
turbine
see his
already
wrists.
moving and
Yeah, but
producing a current.
which came first, the generator or the alternator?
Who cares?
Generator.
Well, most electric motors can be used as generators,
Yes.
which is why during the apocalypse I can build you an electric generator from a washing machine and a lawnmower.
Ah,
However, this doesn't account for the internal combustion engine, which works on a completely different type of principle, which even a Leaf is using as a hybrid, unless you're talking, like an Ion or a Tesla or something like that that's totally electric. And even then, you're dealing with induction motors. You're not dealing with DC motors.
well, if he's not going to use a DC motor, can he use a Marvel motor?
Oh, RJ.
Also, Serdian says split wire coils with collapsing magnetic fields.
Only if it's made
We
by
haven't
Marvel.
heard his explanation of how a motor works yet. Why don't we do that
we're
before
all waiting for that with
criticizing
great
him
enthusiasm.
for not knowing how a motor works?
He's,
RJ, he is doing science, but it's
I was gonna say, he's at least getting
Not good.
to the science, not good
As a
science.
prop.
Alright, here we go, guys.
to expel it. Yup. The magnet actually split the particles away. So EMF sensitivity people, if they stay close to a big motor, they can actually feel the motor. So, this is where I come up with my concept. I said, wait a minute. What if I made it reversed? If I reverse this technology, I am able to do something. So, my brain racking, and that's how I came up with the bracelet. Pretty much the same
reverse is
principle.
an alternator.
The bracelet got the coil. See all that coil? Okay? Then, you notice, in my previous video, I said you need to get stainless steel wire. Stainless steel wire is able to steal negative. Okay? It's able
Stainless
to
steel is an
steal
extremely
negative
poor
ions.
conductor.
Copper is able to steal positive ions. By putting it on here,
Drink.
I didn't seal this.
The fuck?
Yes, Jenny?
None of that is true.
Hey,
Zero of that
Hey,
is true.
you're just raining on
Absolutely
his
none.
parade here.
He has proven he knows nothing about electric motors.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, we got to his explanation, and I don't think we are any better for it.
First of all, the stuff, ions and stuff don't go in the wire. Electricity travels on the outside of a conductor, not on the inside. Okay.
Depends on the permeability of the metal, but I mean,
Don't bicker with the basic principle. It's true.
But-
So I don't know where this ion crap comes, but there's nothing going on here that is going to create ions. And I want to see him put a
Ion
magnet
is
down that
just-
coil while he's wearing it.
A positive ion means that you have more protons than you have electrons. A negative ion means you have more electrons than you have protons. So, none of this, that's not how any of this works. God, I want that Facebook clip.
I can't see the thingy. Ah, there we go. We have RJ with the hand up. Sorry, RJ, I couldn't see whose name was next to the hand. RJ?
Did you mute yourself, RJ?
RJ. Okay, we have no RJ with the hand up, I suppose. So, shall we get back to our...
RJ took the easy way out and clubbed himself unconscious with the keyboard.
Ah, damn it. He beat us to it. Alright, well, let's continue on and see if RJ comes back. He's more than welcome to re-raise his hand. I'll lower it for him. There we go. Alright, here we go.
Because I want to show it to you. By putting on here, it's able to steal your positive and negative ions from your body.
Drink.
Alright, well, before we do our drink call there, I do just want to say hello to Hillel, who just popped into the panel. Hello, Hillel.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh wow. Okay, looks like I came at just the right moment then.
Oh, yes. It's always the right moment, Hillel.
Oh, I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Yes.
You know what? I don't want anyone to tell me what's happening. I feel like I'll just be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure
don't
you
bet on
will.
That is, unless,
there's
unless
RJ.
none of you have figured it out as already.
Yeah, I suddenly had a telephone call that I had to answer there.
You had your hand raised before. Did you have something?
Yeah, what I was
some kind
going
of
to say
euphemism for
is that we
something,
need
or-
to explain this in very simple terms for the guy doing the video. When a proton and an electron love each other very much, that's where we get electricity.
I'm so glad that we didn't miss that, RJ.
Yeah, I thought that because I think it's on the par with the idea that he can make little mini anti-motors, that he needs 4 of them to put on his wrists to keep the radiation from his mini from interfering with his vomit reflex.
Perhaps.
Oh, it's another one of these protect yourself from the concept of radiation. In that case, you should probably turn off the lights in the room.
Yeah, he seems not to realize that the video camera might be emanating something too.
Yeah, you know.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of that one video we saw of the people who had, they thought they had bugs and stuff underneath their skin that would crawl around, and they had the wire with the balls on the end that would touch their forehead, and it would make the bugs go quiet.
Interesting. We also had a tornado with the hand up. Yes, tornado.
Stealing negative and positive ions from your body. Okay, if that's true, then how the fuck are you not dead, dude?
No yelling, tornado.
Sorry, it's just when he says it steals all the positive and negative ions from your body, those are electrolytes Those are things you need in order to keep your body running. So if it's stealing all the positive and negative ions out of your body, then 1 second you're all right, and then the next second you're dead on the ground because you don't have any electricity. Your nerves aren't firing because there's not enough electrolyte to power nerve function. So how the hell are you not dead?
Well, now, do we have any direct evidence that any of the electrolytes in his brain are working now?
No. Well,
I rest my case.
Hillel, are you caught up now?
Motherfucker.
Uh-oh, we already... did Hillel already fall asleep on the
That
keyboard?
sums it up, yeah.
No, he gave a nice little expletive there.
All right, well, let's continue on then with our lovely video.
Yeah, and the home shopping network for people who like to wear copper bracelets.
Yes, I thought we
Indeed.
agreed never to lie to each other.
Diamond.
Sorry. Sorry, Hillel. All right, here we go.
And that's how it works. Furthermore, I'm going to draw in a minute. All the positive and negative ion that is in your body attach itself to here because it's touching your skin. And it goes into the coil. It tried to fill up this coil. So the coil is actually trying to steal the positive and negative from your body. The positive and negative ions from your body. Now, once it gets to here, how does it escape? It escapes as in radiation. Yes. When it goes together, positive, you attach it to...
Or Tornado's brain. He's
Yes,
going to be
Tornado.
looking at his ears on this.
Okay, positive and negative ions suddenly leave the bracelet as radiation? You're talking about positive and negative ions one moment, and then you're talking about radiation the next, as if those positive and negative ions are suddenly converting into photons. How the hell is that bracelet not glowing?
Oh dear. Well,
Maxwell is spinning in his grave. Which, if you wrap him in copper,
I was
could
going to say, we
generate
should
an
wrap, if
enormous
we only
amount of
wrap him
power.
in a couple coils, we could get a really reliable energy source out of this guy.
oh jeez. Well, we also have Hillel with the hand up.
Well, aside from the excellent point which Tornado made, I'm not sure what exactly... First of all, I'm not exactly certain what the electrical conductivity of skin is anyway. In terms
An average
of
human has a resistance
ions
of 100
moving into
kiloohms.
the bracelet.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm not sure what exactly is encouraging them to move into the bracelet in the first place. Because, I mean, certainly the negative and positive ions, which are just existing, apparently, are plenty happy to just not move around or be attracted to each other. So I'm not sure what force is pushing them into the bracelet in the
If
first
you
place.
were
Hillel,
a
the part-
stray electron, wouldn't you want to escape his body?
When you put it that way.
Hillel, the part you missed is that whenever he gets into a car and he begins to move at that car at a speed less than 45 miles an hour, the positive and negative ions in the car attack him and make him sick.
What?
And
He
the
has to drive
bracelet
over
cures him.
45 miles per hour.
Mark Gleiser,
That's an interesting...
point of
How?
order.
Where are the ions coming from in the car?
Oh, that's really kind of
wireless
immaterial, don't you
keys
think?
for
They're
the-
there.
Wireless sensor.
I have a point of order with Mark Gleiser right
now
now.
we don't have time to unpack all of that.
I have a point
there's-
of order
there's
for
a-
Mark
well,
Gleiser.
Hold on one
Robert.
second, Tornado.
There is a lot there to deal with. I'm still not really sure how the bracelet helps with that. I mean, just like.
Didn't he explain it clearly for you?
healing these? Is that the problem?
Well, that's what he's doing right now, is explaining how it works.
Yeah.
Is he? Are they a problem because he inhales them, or are they just like they go into his skin?
Well,
Like,
see, he
if
didn't
he's
say
inhaling
that
them, just
either.
like wear a mask. Those are popular
Radiation.
right now.
Well, we haven't quite gotten that far, but we did have
They're-
another.
they're
Understandable.
ions, they can just go through your skin magically.
Yeah, the ions. They,
Yeah.
Ooh.
They took their lessons from the neutrinos,
Well, let's see what Chris Kelling has to say.
I think I figured it out. This guy is the Kanoki footpads of useless copper bracelet. You know, the Kanoki foot pads draw all the toxins out of your body through the soles of your feet.
Or it's possible somebody gave him a big roll of wire for Christmas and he needs to figure out what to do with it.
And why would stuff come out of the tops of your feet? Of course it'd come out the bottoms.
You see, because that bit is twirly.
Yeah, why the wrists? Why not down with the ankles or somewhere, you know, because what, doesn't any electricity come off of the gas pedal or something?
Jeez.
Also, is it perfectly healthy to just have, so presuming that's copper wire, is that okay to just like have on your skin?
Sure.
For him, apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Tornado, you had your hand up again?
Well, point of order first for Mark Beiser. I understand that the bracelet will be emitting infrared radiation due to the temperature absorption from his wrist, but what I'm talking about is actual radiation beyond that, like an increased amount of radiation that is inconsistent with normal infrared radiation being emitted by the body. I'm talking about that kind of radiation, like higher levels of radiation, at least higher infrared. At the very least, that's being generous. And secondly, regarding the whole ions being converted into radiation, yes, there are photons that can be emitted as an electron jumps up and down in energy levels, but that's not what's happening here. He's claiming that the bracelet will steal all the positive and negative ions in a human's body and trap them in that transformer-looking stupid little bracelet on him, and then it will emit those as radiation. How it's supposed to do this is anyone's guess.
Well, didn't you
But
see
I'm
that
pretty
documentary,
sure it involved-
Ghostbusters? That has something that traps the stuff.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure what this man is saying that this bracelet runs on is Happy Thoughts and Pixie Dust, because that's what you need to pull off the trick of science that he's suggesting. In other words, magic. And magic is peddled by charlatans.
Can we move on?
So like Leaky
Yes,
Warrior.
I think we should move on. As Hillel is also unaware, it's a very long video. Is he still here? Did he fall asleep on us? Nope, he's still here.
We're still got 40 minutes to go.
Well, we're down to like 34 minutes, so you know we're doing pretty good.
Ludicrous speed.
Oh, that's right, because you jacked his speed up to less
More than
annoying.
one. Plus, we skipped the rest of the car bit. So
That's true.
let's see what else he's got to say.
Yeah.
Copper, negative, will attach to steel. That's why we need two form of metals. You notice that.
Pseudoscience.
Then he goes into here, and it acts like a coil, just like in here.
Huh.
That's the same principle.
Amazing, since it is a coil.
Yeah, that would be
It kind of fuses together.
Oh no.
In minuscule element. That's how best I can explain it.
It doesn't
Then
English well.
it escapes. So basically, it will become heated.
Or they're minuscules
If you heat
and
this up,
pluscules.
You will do the opposite. So
I think they're
don't
related
ever,
to the
when you wear this, you
midichlorians.
cannot go close to heat. If you are in the sun, remember I tell you that this actually help you when you are going into the sun as well. I will make that separate video.
Drink.
Yes, Tornado.
Double standard in less than 2 sentences. First, don't go into the heat. Second, going into
the heat.
sunlight, aka heat, is just fine and dandy. But
But he
also,
said-
heat will cause those positive and negative ions to go back into your body. Then why not just put the bracelet in the fucking freezer? If you want to keep it cold so it doesn't put ions back into your body, then just put the damn thing in the freezer. Or better yet, just go out on a cold as hell day. Oh, right, your body's emitting heat. So
Now, what happens if he buys a car, the ion car? Is that going to be a problem?
I don't know, but this guy is basically suggesting that heat causes the ions to go back into your body. So then what's even the point of wearing the bracelet? Because guess what? You're emitting heat.
Well, the bracelets are pretty, so that's why he wants to wear them.
It's self-refueling.
That's true.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's.
He said that he was going into the sun. So I mean, is he following the Parker probe or what?
Set
Yeah,
your
there you
controls
go.
for
We can
the
hope.
heart of the sun.
All right,
Set
here
your
we go,
controls
people.
for the heart of the sun.
You have to cover this. You have to wear long sleeve and you have to actually hide this. Or else the sun will charge this and you're going to steal the sun's particle instead. We don't want that.
Oh my
don't-
God!
Oh.
I think
Great.
that's quite how that
Okay,
works.
we know it's bogus. Come on,
Yes.
Tony.
I have
Stealing
Would you
particles,
stop
yeah.
erupting
Even
at every
with-
damn word?
even with
Because
his
you gotta
logic,
stop
I'm pretty
that.
sure
Yes.
wearing a long sleeve shirt over that on your skin on a hot day will still make it hot.
We'll make it hotter than if he doesn't.
Oh, and also isn't that also going to like trap the ions and the radiation as well? How are they going to get away if your shirt's in the way?
True, doesn't it emit radiation? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna down. It's like you're gonna get a little greenhouse effect underneath your shirt.
No, you just whip out your Ronco Ion Buster.
I can see why he'd want to wear a long sleeve over that hideous dress.
Help me, Mr. Pompeo.
All right. Well, let's see what else he's got to say
I feel like
here. I'm
this
sure it's
also-
going to be just
I feel
as
like
amusing.
And the only way this
Oh,
could get worse
I
is
have
if
to
he
ask
brings in a
something
My
about
Pillow.
his sun stealing the sun's particles.
Also, Jess, I feel like you said we're gonna move on, but I disagree actually. Well, also, you want to be sure not to wear that during a thunderstorm because if that the lightning is gonna go, you're gonna strike you, and then you won't have to worry about ions anymore. I guess.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ever have to worry
Stealing the
about
sun's particles,
going 45 miles an hour?
We want to steal it because our body have already been absorbing. We want it to we're using this for it to escape. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And that's the easiest, quickest way I can actually explain it to you. Now I'm going to explain it further
Oh dear.
on a piece of paper so you can understand, so normal people can understand.
Ooh, good illustrations.
He's
I
got
heard that
cartoons.
already.
This is not 100% accurate
interesting.
how it works, okay?
I'm a
Not
very visual learner.
100%
Because I don't want
accurate.
any people saying this and that. But this is how it actually works. I'll draw it in
But it's
a
not
molecule
100%
or
accurate.
in the quantum thinking.
You have to use yellow
I
I
paper.
have.
Oh, guys, he's
I-
gonna
I
use
have-
another
I have-
fancy
I have-
word.
I have
You
to
have
add
one
something
line
regarding
here.
his sun comment.
Hold on.
Okay? And then you have the copper coil.
Uh-huh.
Which is
That's a resistance
Okay.
symbol.
One line.
resistance is
negative.
futile,
Look,
Jen.
it's simple two-dimensional. Okay.
Okay.
It will attach it to here. Positive. Okay?
A little
Then-
particles.
It goes into here. You know, in this
They have a
lifetime,
wild party.
positive and positive, they don't like each other. But because there's
They have a
negative
fist
here,
fight.
because we stop it right here, it
Put little
becomes
tiny dams in there.
a radiation light. So it actually leaves.
That's not how that works, Drink.
The same principle as this.
Uh-huh. What is
Yes,
that he's
tornado.
A
Little
First,
brushless motor.
regarding his, I have two comments here. First, regarding his comment on the sun, if you're stealing the sun's particles, then you're basically a walking nuclear bomb already, and, well, congratulations, you just converted a decent portion of your town into a glass floor. Now, regarding his bracelet, if he's getting separating charges there, well, it's gonna leave in one case, but it's not gonna leave the way you think it is. It's not gonna leave as radiation. No, when you're separating charges like that, you're doing exactly what happens in a thundercloud, which means you're creating an electrical short. Because that charge is going to build up to a certain point and then it's going to go boom between the little coils there. And, well, congratulations. Now you've basically just turned yourself into a walking Tesla coil.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then he sings a song. He wears short shorts.
Oh, jeez.
But the problem is, these are inductors. They're not capacitors. So they're not going to be storing
Well,
charges.
I don't know.
That's like Leonard
Chris, he does have that
Bernstein
wire.
or,
He does have that copper wire wound around the stainless steel wire. That's creating some capacitance action. Damn near none, but a little.
Yeah. damn near. I do think
He
I'm
doesn't
not
have
sure
capacity
why.
for thought.
I'm not sure why he thinks positive charge will build up on one side in the first place, and kind of again, like Tornado said, I mean, if you get a difference in charge on two sides of, granted, it's not even two sides, but on two different things, yeah, you're essentially making some capacitance there. But again, all it's gonna happen is it's a certain charge will only enough charge will build up that it won't just arc across. And
I can answer
it
that.
won't make
Hillel.
the negative ones like magically fling away as a different kind of particle.
Hillel, I can answer that. You ask how. You asked how could he what? Say that again.
How could he do this to me? Honestly.
Oh, okay. The answer is delusional.
Yeah, I'm not. It actually says I'm not sure why he thinks that one side will build up with positive charge in the first place, and then
because he said so.
Well, yeah, and then I said because
he drew a picture.
He actually does get, assuming there is some minimum amount of energy you need to cross this quote unquote barrier. Again, it's just gonna act like a tiny capacitor. Granted,
I want to know how the wire.
Charge.
I want to know how the wire knows what to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. This guy's just pushing pseudoscience, just like Tommy Copper or wearing a copper bracelet around your wrist is going to help with arthritis. There is no medical proof of any of this nonsense. Now, if there's a placebo effect and it helps some people, fantastic. But yeah, it's pseudoscience.
Also,
it is nothing more.
And Kitsune Cavalier, and Mark Weiser have something to say. First, Gen XU says, dielectric corrosion. Maybe. Kitsune Cavalier says, inductors do store charges. And Mark Weiser says, it is basically an inductor with a built-in short across it.
Yeah. I mean, the inductor will, and it resists change in current, but the inductor is holding it in the magnetic field, not the electrical field. Whereas the capacitor is holding it in the electrical field.
Why the loops in the first place? Aside from to make it look more like because I'm probably associated with sometimes because copper is made into
oil's good, straight bad.
The ions from him.
Hillel, that's where you insert the magnet and move it back and forth.
I suppose a good way to give yourself a tiny amount of electric shock.
There you go.
Not sure why you'd want to do that, but okay.
All right. Well, shall we continue on? We do still have quite some time to go on this.
For the science.
All right. Well,
RJ, you've been waiting for so long.
and no kink shaming.
All right. Here we go.
Positive and negative will enter here. They fuse together. When they spin, the magnet splits them away. Well, in this world here, we are doing sort of like that. But we're asking the copper to make it into a coil.
We're asking it.
So basically, we're making like a capacitor.
It works if you're very polite.
But in a higher form.
No, it's a thermocouple. Can't you read your own screen?
So we tried to suck as much as we could out. And that's how that works.
Where's the thermo in this thing he's made?
As best I can explain to this, because
don't go there.
It's a little bit harder than that, but I'm trying to do this so people can understand
a little
easier.
bit. I bet it is.
So that's all there is. And yes, sensitive people. I'll say it again. Sensitive people, when you put this on, it will take about 2 to 15 minutes. If you are sensitive like me, it takes about 2 minutes. I can actually feel
have
this.
your feeling, sir?
And if another person, and yes, I've tested this
sensitive
before.
to what?
If I hold the other person's hand, and then they put this bracelet on the other hand, I can actually tell if that person have the bracelet on or have the bracelet off.
Ooh, that's testable.
I am that sensitive.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Tornado?
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah.
You won't be able to tell if someone's wearing a bracelet just because you can, quote, feel it. No,
he's sensitive.
I don't care if they're sensitive or not. That just means it's easier to hurt their feelings.
You just don't understand the science. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Zerdian says, I am drunk. This is fucked.
Yes.
And even Zerdian says, no, please spin wheel. This is bad. Like, bad. I am
Yes.
drunk.
Do we
This
want to
is
go on
fucked.
it?
I mean,
All
a
right,
lot of it is just
well,
gonna be him
Let's
saying,
just play it
I
through
mean,
for a
Yeah.
while.
I'm
Let's
actually
let's
having
continue
kind
on
of fun
and
tearing it
I mean, a
apart,
lot of it's
but-
just gonna be him saying, "Hey, you know, you can if you're sensitive, man,
Believe
you
me.
you can feel it," and we're just gonna be like, "No," and then
Yeah.
we're just gonna go on with our lives.
exactly. Well, let's
just
play it a little bit
and have
more.
a good
Play it out a
laugh.
little while.
Yeah. He's got
Enjoy
lots
for
of
the
time
comedy
on
it
his
is.
side.
Stated in many of my videos. It's about the grounding videos. It's pretty much the same way. This here is pretty much the same way. It's just that we didn't know, or I didn't know, or the world doesn't know how to do the other way, which is this is the way.
Portable
And I'll link all
grounding.
of the grounding video up here. There's a grounding playlist, I believe, or if not, I'll make it and I'll link it right up here for you. Or you can go into the channel and search it for yourself.
So,
Same principle. Oh yes, you can measure your voltage with this. You can actually
Aren't there
measure your voltage
devices built for
because
that?
basically
Yeah.
you are asking something to take away, but not just anything. It has to be bi-metal. 2 metals.
Yeah. This is
And
like the
that's
third
how I
time
came
you've
up with
informed
this
us of
idea.
this.
Yeah.
Bisexual metal.
Okay.
It's happening meddling
So
with
now-
everybody.
I'm going to show you how to make it.
drink.
Ooh.
Yes,
Okay, now
Chris.
this is the important part coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he's saying that Einstein, Tesla, Edison, Maxwell, Henry.
You name
These
dropper
are
you.
all
Volta.
didn't understand grounding
There you go.
and how electricity works.
There you go. See
Yeah.
how simple it is now?
If those
I
guys
mean-
were so smart, how come they didn't invent the computer?
Yeah.
Well, if those guys are so smart, how come
Not
they...
one of
Oh,
them
yeah?
bought Microsoft
If
stock.
all those people are so smart, then why are they dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
There we go. I like that point.
All right.
You know why they're dead? Because they didn't wear copper bracelets.
When it
Okay,
comes to
Exactly.
construction, I mean,
just take a break for a moment. Everybody in the chat, go out, get your coil of wire, your pliers, and probably some electrical tape.
Something
because
that-
we're going to learn how to build one of these for yourself.
I actually
now.
do
And you
have.
need to
Exactly.
have a cylindrical shaped object to wrap the copper around, and you have to decide whether any of your particular anatomy is suitable for this in terms of the dimension, or whether you're going to go for something else.
I
May or
actually
may not
do
be
have
legal
some
in
copper
Georgia.
wire right next to me.
A double A battery would work fine as a model. Let's go.
Mark
Hit
Meiser
play.
says. Mark
All
Meiser
right.
has a comment. Mark Meiser is a comment. He says
Yes.
you can make a thermocouple with copper and stainless steel, sure, but there has to be only one junction between the two for it to be a thermocouple.
And that is Petticoat Junction on Me TV.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's see what he's how we build this thing.
He's moving kind of slow at the junction.
Okay, now we're going to go into the making section. First of all, put your safety glasses on. Okay? Because
Why not?
All bare
we're going to use
wires.
this to help us
Naked wires.
to speed things up faster. You will need the stainless steel wire. You need 24 inches. This copper, you will need 36 inches. You started at 9 inches. Okay? You can always cut it off. Don't worry. Start at about 9 inches, just like that right here, and mark it. This is your starting point.
Cutting anything of mine
We
off.
have to wind this. Okay? In my last video, I said you have to make a choice. You can make the kid size, which is really small. You can make the adult size, which is a marker size. Okay? You put that right here, where your mark is, and then you would wind. Ooh, not a camera, sorry.
How does that
Start,
work?
do your winding. It doesn't have to be perfect.
We're gonna find out, I think. Let's see.
Okay? Start do your whining.
I
2,
doubt that.
3.
Make it look nice,
Four.
smiley face.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
a
important
Take
part.
pride in your
Six.
pseudoscience.
If you're gonna have
7,
a useless bit of copper
8,
attached to your wrist, you may as well
9,
have it look nice.
10,
I guess.
11,
How many
12,
loops?
13,
20 to
14,
25, I believe.
15.
Why
Okay,
the difference for
depends.
age? How does that factor
Okay.
in?
I'm just going to wind this one here to make the full
guess
15.
Baby
gotta say
electrons
something
are
here.
smaller
So
than
now
adult
we have
electrons.
15.
Hold on, let's see what he has to say.
I'm making a 15 because I'm actually making bigger. I need a bigger one. If you want them smaller, like the one I have in right here, it's actually this thing right here is the pen, not the pen,
So you're a
the
child.
pen size.
Mentally,
Okay? So basically, that's all you were
but
doing.
point taken.
You were winding it to there. I'm actually testing this out, but let's say I did it just like that, right? And this is my finished. Let's say I use a pen. Sorry. That's my finish. Okay?
Cool.
So I
It's
use this
beautiful.
pen,
You
and I
don't
just
stop
finished
at
it
13
winding.
coils. That could be
Now.
fatal.
Yeah.
For the pen, it's about 20 winding total. 20 loops. Okay? After that, you take your wire, your silver wire.
We're learning so much.
Here to here,
Yes.
it's about 2 inches. Leave about 2 inches. 1.5 if you have smaller hand. Now sometimes I make them so big that I have to curl it right here in order to fit. It doesn't have to look pretty. Just remember that.
But he said to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Okay?
There seems to be a
Another
certain amount of
contradiction.
incoherence in this piece of pseudoscience.
We
There's not
get out
consistency.
24.
I mean, I'm not sure if it counts
The
as
silver
I'm not
one.
sure it's pseudoscience. This is
Okay,
just
or
arts
the
and
stainless
crafts.
steel one.
Yeah.
You are going to hold it right here.
no, you
Match them
hold it.
together right here. Okay? Remember
tell
our
me what to
drill.
do.
Holding something.
Put that
Oh,
into our
jeez.
drill.
That's not
Why?
safe.
It's
Why are you doing
perfectly
this in
safe.
the
I've
first
done it
place?
100 times.
And close that up.
Oh.
I don't think that's
Now,
how you're supposed to use that.
You would need some kind of
It
needle
works great.
plier.
It's actually a very good system for
Remember, it
coiling
does
a
not
wire.
have to be perfect.
Okay.
Okay? For
I-
this,
There would have been any further information in it other than
I think it
pressing
might
repeat.
be DUI. Sorry, is it DUI? It might be DUI and DIY going forward. Don't
Do
drink
it
and
Well,
yourself
drive.
at your
definitely going to be
peril.
DUI for this crew, but
Yeah, no, please don't drink and drive, kids. You heard it here first.
Side Striking did put in the side chat that working on getting it back. Sorry. So
Are we can the YouTube people still see us or
I do not
well,
know.
I'm monitoring the stream and
yeah, it
we're
looks
still
like the
live,
YouTube
so.
people are still chatting here.
Because YouTube never got the signal that we quit or that we got disconnected. I think.
Oh,
Or-
so the show's still up, but we're not on it.
Yeah.
We're still on it.
All right, we're back. I think.
Hey,
Hey!
you can't get
I
away from that easily.
side note, cat for sale.
Aren't PCs dependable?
What did he do to you? What did he do to you?
She stepped on the power button that's on the top of the computer.
Now, was your cat wearing a
that'll do
copper
it.
bracelet?
Works every
My
time.
freaking power button is on the top of the computer, and she likes to walk up there and sit on it, and she just walked right on top of it. I'm like, really?
There we go.
I saw a lot of those when I was picking out a case for my new system, and I thought, that's a really stupid design.
Yeah, I got to figure out some way to like
RJ
cover it.
RJ, to make one of these for coils for the cat, you use a barbecue skewer.
How many coils to get all the way to go all the way around the cat? I wonder.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, if you wrapped a cat in a copper coil, and since cats always land on their feet, you put buttered toast on its back, could we use that for an electrical generator?
Of course.
Yes, 100%.
If only.
What the hell happened to the video?
It's napping.
It just shrunk a little.
Yeah.
If you put it in
I
the
suppose
wash.
before we resume, I should remind, since copper is the theme here, that we should recall the famous old routine from Johnny Carson about the kleptomaniac Claude Cooper from Cleveland who copped the clean copper clappers kept in the closet.
Oh my goodness.
Can we just
I
spin the wheel again? Cause
RJ, sometimes I just can't with you.
Yeah. Why
There
don't we
we go.
take
He
the
was,
opportunity to just say that we lost the video when it disconnected and
What a
No,
shame.
Lost
I wanna see
forever.
That's tragic. Oh
Yeah,
god, there's the sun's
it's
ion. He's talking
utterly
about the sun's ions.
irretrievable.
All right. Well,
There's no way to get back to where we were with it.
Yeah, I
Right.
noticed you really went past where we actually were. Not that I'm complaining.
Well, we got back to the sun's ion, so maybe we should see
I do wanna
if
see what we-
since
about the
we've
sun's ions.
since we've now made our bracelets, we've wrapped our bracelets.
Ooh, in stereo.
the cat tried to
This is all-
save
this
us
is all
and
a
you're going
clever
to
ruse.
sabotage that.
I think you and the cat
He has
are in
4,
cahoots.
so he's quadraphonic.
Come on, you guys, shut up. Play the video.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, the movie.
Let's see.
Yeah. Hey.
I think Jess and the cat are in cahoots. They just wanted to skip the how to make
Shoot the
this
cat,
marvelous
too.
device.
All right. Here we go.
Best thing to get those is from the sun itself. Go in the afternoon to absorb them, or in the morning to absorb them, because during the day it's just too hot. You're gonna get
Can
more
we advance it
radiation
enough
than,
to get back where
than,
we
than
were?
positive and negative ion itself.
What was that?
Yeah, so
we
sunlight
advance it to get
generates
where we were?
positive and negative
We're ahead of where we
ions,
were.
Copper thing. Okay.
But we missed how to build it. That's the important part. The whole video is a DIY.
There, we were about there, yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
move
let's see.
anywhere. Okay.
He already did
So
one
like a
side, but
speed
I'm sure
game.
it's the
Sure,
same
this
for
is
the
fine.
other.
This is fine. See how
Okay.
that works?
Yeah, it makes spirals.
Now I
DIY
have
in this
Electron
case,
done.
trapper.
don't invest your time.
It's kind of messed up
Yeah.
a little bit, but remember, it's okay. You have to do it by hand to fix this, so we can make a little
It was like
prettier.
what, putting in a
You
machine?
don't have to, but you don't. Okay, just like that.
It's easy to clear as to how
Just
pretty
make sure
he wants
it's-
this.
You know, it's okay. You don't have to. Then the next thing, have you seen my other videos?
No, we
use-
don't.
Something like this
Oh, but maybe we
to
should.
make the round part
No, maybe
where
we
we
shouldn't.
put a hand in. So all you have to
feel
do
like
is
you
put on
don't
top
need-
of here.
I feel like you don't need a drill to
Move
make
it
that
up
part.
like this a little bit.
Probably not.
All you do
I
is
feel
just
like you
put on
need a
top
drill
of
to
here,
make something round.
and then just wing like that.
Oh, okay,
Curl it in
But I
like this.
think it is starting to look like a prop from Buck Rogers
the
in the
shape.
24th and a half century.
Okay? So basically, you can use anything. You can even use this too. Wind it around there.
Yeah, it's duct tape.
Or if you
Old
want,
toilet paper rolls.
shape by hand.
Oh, those are kind of
Shape
scarce
it
these days. if I've
according
heard
A
right.
spatula.
to how your
Whose fucking
hand is
wrist that
formed.
big?
So it looks something like this.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Your wrists may
Okay.
vary.
Oh man,
So that's
you're
it
a
would look
freaking
like.
genius, dude.
When you are done. Minus the shrink tube.
Some
Okay.
chafing may occur.
So now,
It can also be used as
gonna
very
shape it.
eccentric decorator retainers.
sorry hitting the camera there.
Oh, I forgive you.
Now
Nothing
I know
stupid.
where. Put it on. So you would know where things are and stuff. Right around here,
stuff.
here maybe.
It's on your wrist.
Yeah.
Once you do this
Just in
one,
case you
you know
didn't feel
exactly
it
the thing
biting
is. You don't
into your
even
skin
have to
and
go all
hair.
the way in. Believe it or not, this is actually my, I think my second or third. And it just sits on top of here. But sometimes if you do things, it'll fall off. Just remember that.
And all the
It's not
electrons
way
will
through.
fall
See
out.
that?
You'll get it. You'll get a
The one
a
that goes all the
zot.
way through, it'll
They
hold
get too
on.
heavy.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll hold on just like that, and you can do things
You can do things.
I love doing
just
things.
like that, and
Golf?
all day.
Can
I
you
love,
do
I love
golf?
doing things
stuck
almost
right
as much
there.
as I love doing stuff.
You can do
Okay.
double entry bookkeeping.
How about
So now,
spearfishing?
since I
Can you
know
go
where it is from
spearfishing?
here to here, since I know where my cut is, I'm going to cut that. Just snapped it right there. You don't have to worry about anything.
We wouldn't worry about that.
If it's too long, cut it long first, okay? I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to form it.
Measure twice, cut
I'm going to
once.
see how nice it's going to look.
Legion
Remember,
crustaceans.
it does not
side
have to be
effects of
nice.
man crude
Wow.
You just
napping
want
and green
this
wrist.
to help you
Amazing.
to
It looks
steal the
awful.
electrons. That's what
Oh.
You
basically
know what would
is.
happen if
So now I still got some
UV
extra
Oh,
right
wait, RJ,
there.
shut up. I
decided
wanna
to
hear about the
sell
electrons.
these things?
My wrist is just small.
Nothing whatsoever.
So
Yes,
I
these
can
have to
actually
become a
see
part
RJ,
of
I want to
this-
hear about the
the-
electrons.
I'll
This
measure it
has to
for you
become
in
part
a
of
second.
the movie night, store goods.
And around there,
Yeah.
maybe.
RJ, I want to hear
Yeah.
about the electrons.
Just
So
the kit.
let me measure
You still have
that.
to build it yourself.
It's about 3. And then this is about 1.5.
Well, at least we know
And
this
3.
guy's not using
So
metric.
3 here, one
It's
and
a
a half
shame.
here, and 3 here. And then you can
So we
shape
can't blame
it.
Canada.
Remember,
Are the metric
your hand is
electrons
not
different than
round,
the
or
English
your wrist
electrons?
is never round. So you have to
Speak
shape
for
it
yourself,
like this.
Buckaroo.
No, I wish I can have a better screens or anything. Okay?
Okay.
All right, two things. First of all, Mark Beiser, that option is not for sale. I do apologize. Also,
And for those who
should-
want to know what he's talking about, nobody's going to tell you. You'll have to read it.
yes. And also, I'm thinking. I mean, this sounds like a great idea to me. Should the do-it-yourself Wonder Bracelet kit be a free giveaway for top tier membership on the Patreon page? I mean, that sounds.
Oh, wow.
Like
I feel like you'll have to pay royalties to this guy then.
You got to think about liability.
And that's
True.
a lawsuit waiting to happen, I think.
Or you
They
can
have
just
the
get
ability to lie.
or you
Yeah.
can give
Got the
the
patents.
the purest do-it-yourself kit a lump of copper and a lump of stainless steel, and then you can
Yeah.
go with it from there.
Make
You know,
your
Exactly.
own
I
fire,
get on board with it.
I'm going back to the liability thing. What would happen if you gave this to one of your chat people, one of your Patreons, and they were wearing it while they were vacuuming their house naked and they fell down?
That's so oddly
Or
specific.
worse, they were driving around
Do you
in
have
their
something you want to
car
tell us?
and they
Yeah.
were all
So
flipping
specific.
along at 60 miles an hour because they feel ill if they don't.
Yeah, this would be a great thing because we could tell people that we've downloaded the whole thing into their computer and explain to them how to open up their computer to pull the copper wire out.
Well, see,
Oh,
in answer to RJ's question, they're driving along at 60 miles an hour. I'm worried that the bracelet would fall off because then they could get below 45 without getting sick. So.
You know, the
That's
old days
true.
there was a thing about the 60-mile-an-hour club of people that would go on railroad trains to have sex because they thought the speed of it made it more erotic. And the same thing applied to airplanes and various other things. So has he
Seriously?
performed a further experiment to find out what the effects would be on ejaculation depending upon where you use the copper as on the wrist or...
Why would you ask that?
What do you think?
Thanks,
Will
RJ.
increase your range of shooting or the
Ah,
volume?
yes, there we go. Is electrified speed spurs, you know, like
guys-
super
You're
sperm?
all you got this all wrong. Obviously,
Actually, a slight historical note on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when cars first became available to the general consumer, it was generally believed that the human body could not withstand speeds over 60 miles an hour.
That's
Well,
true.
people used to ride trains and look at their pocket watches to see what kind of effect the high speed of 20 miles an hour does for them. So,
Interesting.
I mean, in regards to what RJ was saying, though, I think he's got it all wrong. He's got a copper wire and some form of what I'll call oscillatory motion. So obviously, he's got the potential for power generation here.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that diameter about the same? About what's
Yeah,
in the
how many ohms can this guy generate if we spin his wrist around at 33 RPM?
well,
Ohmage.
the thing
It's
is,
ohmage.
he's using two dissimilar metals, so it creates a radio. I mean, that's how they used to make foxhole radios, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, if we use unobtainium instead of stainless steel and vibranium instead of copper,
I feel like that will make this do-it-yourself extraordinarily expensive.
that's true.
I'm making mine out of transparent aluminum.
I was
Ah,
thinking
there
this
you
was
go.
just a bimetallic spring and he's invented a thermostat.
That's a whale of a project.
oh, jeez.
Stop picking on the bisexuals, okay?
Anyway, should we continue? What, have they got
Oh,
the-
you mean our delaying has not completely derailed the program?
No, it has not. I apologize.
Oh, rats. Okay, let's get to the science.
Here we go.
I'll hold it so you can see.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay?
Yep.
Easy as that.
What a fucking idiot.
Remember, it doesn't have to
I
be
agree.
perfect.
See it at the beginning of the show.
Now-
I mean, there's been no reveal. Wow.
I am going to
Have
take
eyes.
my shrink tube. I'm
Your
going to
shrink
use
tube.
red because I want you to see it on camera.
How
As you
about
notice,
Stan makes a much better
I always use black.
presentation than
I'm going to use red
White
so you
piece
can
of
see it on
paper.
camera. The reason why we put shrink tube on here is protect us from scratching our skin. So I'm going to make one size.
And
so
letting
you can
all the
see,
electrons
okay?
out.
You got to make a little longer.
So
You have to cut a
here's
little longer.
psoriasis.
Put it on. But make sure to leave a little extra on this section here. And I'll show you why in a minute. Now,
Ooh, to
Decrease
fold
the
it
effect of
against
heating
itself
gun,
and
or
seal
Whatever
if you
it.
don't
this
have a
thing
heating
is.
gun, you can just take a lighter and shrink it. Stay far away, okay? So that way it doesn't
I feel
burn.
like-
You just need the heat.
Okay.
I feel like this
My
do
eye
it
is
yourself
Bill Nye
requires
at a
more
brain hemorrhage.
tools than the average person will have.
Now, once you
Yeah.
are done, pretty quick, press on this.
I used to be able to do a good
And did you notice it becomes flat?
Wow.
Magic.
See it?
This guy's a regular
There's
freaking
actually shrink
genius.
tube.
I wonder how well these would sell at a
There's
craft
shrink
sale.
tube that is actually
Probably
have
pretty
glue
well,
in it too. This one
unfortunately.
doesn't. But if you can get the one with the glue in it, you can do that.
Do you advertise
About,
absorbing 5G
2
waves
millimeter
too?
or 3 millimeter away,
It would sell.
like so. Then just round it off a little bit so it won't poke anybody.
Unless you're into that.
True.
What did we say about kink shaming, RJ?
Okay? I'm gonna leave this side so you can see. There's a difference on it.
Okay.
And you, let's say I pretend I done that side. You are all set. Now your bracelet
You're really
is
good at
all
playing
set.
play pretend, dude. So please continue.
As easy as
Yeah,
that.
let's pretend that any of this
Can you
makes
do this
sense.
by hand? Can you wind this by hand? I tried that by hand. It's a little hard, but it can be done. You have to wind both of them.
I
And
have,
it is a
I have
little
socks
hard.
that are smarter
They
than this
do
guy.
sell
Yeah.
soft
I have
copper.
navel
If you
lint
want to go
that's
that
smarter
route,
than
you
this.
can. use soft copper. But this here, you need hard copper because these are stainless steel wires. They're kind of hard, and we need stainless steel. You cannot use. Can you just use copper alone? No, you actually need stainless steel, and you need copper. The principle
Could I make it out of
that is
soft
that
copper and then
we
have it
want the
annealed?
negative ions to jump from our body to jump into here.
Hear them jump.
Then the positive one jumped into here, and that's why we left this section, if you notice, right here. Because that's the section that is going to touch our skin. So you put that on. Oh,
Which
sorry,
is what he
knocking
said
the
like
camera.
30
Put
minutes
that
ago.
on. That's what it looked like. Can you sleep in it? Can you do whatever? Yes, you can.
Oh,
Remember.
that's really
Riley's,
Okay. That's all set. I remember I just left this there so you can see.
relative
Okay.
differential.
The reason why we're doing this
whatever.
is that way it won't hit our skin. That's all. Okay.
Wait, we're doing it so it won't hit our skin, but that's the part that touches the skin.
touches your skin, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this thing
there
which, you
seems
know,
to be a
he's literally
certain
marketed
logical
at-
inconsistency that is consistent with the fact that he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying this thing which specifically he's marketed as something to take the bad ions out of your skin. We want to make sure it doesn't touch your skin too much.
Right, like...
Crypto 457, breaking news, steel
Well, he
is
explained
hard.
that if you suck too many ions out, then you're going to ruin your electrolyte system and your nerves and die.
Oh.
God, if only.
Yeah, because as we know, the
Yeah.
viscosity of electrons can completely overwhelm your sucking apparatus.
Yeah, you could sell it to Kevorkian.
Alright, there we go. I had to fix the drink counter. Sorry about that. The little reboot in my computer there made it so I had to restart the,
Oh,
the
yeah,
counter.
we want to be official here.
Yes.
We wouldn't want to give the impression that we haven't drank ourselves into a complete stupor over this.
I mean,
Exactly.
I guess.
Wait, you mean everybody wasn't required to sober up when you had to reboot?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, when it goes back down to zero, everybody automatically is sober. See, that's how that works. That's just as reasonable as his electrons.
That's true.
Chitter,
So,
chitter, chatter, chatter. Let's
just-
get to the end of this matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got a question though. Are we expecting something amazing from someone who thinks shrink tubing is magical?
The answer to that is no.
See, he said
Okay.
as if he asked a question, he didn't expect an answer. Let's just move on.
All right. Yes.
Buy yours now for only $19.99. And if you act now, you will get a second one for only $5 additional plus shipping and handling.
Yeah.
Order now.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Operator standing by.
Now, one more thing.
One more thing.
I'm gonna
Uh-oh,
bring
we got to listen
4.
carefully.
I only got one here already. You need to make about 4 of these. Why?
Why? Good
It's
question.
because each person's body is different. The more you need. The more bombarding you are, the more you will need. So when I go into my car,
I'm very
I have to buy- I have to-
barbaric.
wear 4 of these. Remember, you have to learn how to listen to your body, okay? It is very important that you need to learn
Body
how to
speaks
listen to
you.
your body.
Listen to it.
Please
You know
remember
what's good
that.
is if you
You
see
can
some, if
feel
you're driving
these
down the road,
when you are sensitive enough.
and
When you're sensitive
if
enough,
you're driving down the
you
road,
will
and you see
able
somebody
to
wearing
feel
one of
all
these, you know, to
these.
get the hell out of that lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just hold up my fob and start pushing the button at him.
Or to sudden drive in such a way that he thinks he's traveling at 45 miles an hour, and then he'll throw up.
Oh,
Guys,
dear.
he's sensitive to these things. Well, you might hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Each time you put on,
They're
you will
really
able to feel
stylish,
it.
aren't
you
they?
notice they're running out of color. It's because bare copper will do that. Okay?
Yeah,
Now,
that's
when
what
you
happened to the
use this
Statue of
type,
Liberty.
This is really soft. They're very easy to wind. But when you wind into here, it's really hard because they're 2 different metal.
Yeah,
So
we
if you
kinda
can get
got that
soft stainless
several
steel,
times.
it will work. I like these 2 right here, to be honest. I just like simple copper and then simple stainless steel wire. And that will work.
You know
Okay.
what?
Everything that can be said
Before I
about
go,
this video has been said.
I want you to learn how to listen to your body. It is very important to learn how to listen to your body.
He's going to teach us something important, I'm sure.
The reason why we need to listen
You
to
mean
our
like when I
body is
fart?
that you can actually feel these when you
That's
wear
when my
them.
body talks the
You
most.
were able to feel them.
Yeah.
Okay? You were able to feel within, to me, within 2 minutes. I can
Within
already
2
feel already.
minutes. Wow.
Once
Guaranteed
you go
15
into the car,
minutes.
like if you have car sick like I do, not car sick, but wireless and Wi-Fi's and Bluetooth sick. Or
Wireless and
EMF.
Wi-Fi's.
Yeah.
What you
Or
do is
life.
you put these on before you get into the car. Throughout your day, you need to learn how to listen to your body, and your body will tell you. Okay? Because you cannot wear this 24/7. Do not, and I will repeat, do not wear these in 24/7.
But you were supposed to be able to
Here's
sleep
why.
with it.
Right.
Your body needs to absorb positive and negative ions.
This
And
guy
the best
and
thing
JM
to get
Truth
those
need to be hanging
is
out,
from the
buddy.
sun
Yeah.
itself.
Out
Oh,
in
wait,
the
wait,
field.
wait, hold
Go
on. We
in the
almost missed
afternoon
it.
to
Stop,
absorb
stop, stop, stop. I said the best way to get those positive and negative ions is from the sun. Whatever
Or
that
sticking
means.
your tongue in an electrical socket.
Presumably he's talking about the solar
There we
wind.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, suck out
I
a
keep-
double-A battery.
I keep thinking that we need to introduce him to Joey Rocha.
No.
Because
Nobody needs
Joey
to be
Rocha-
introduced to him.
Joey
Absolutely
Rocha is
not.
always, talking about positive image of his body and stuff
Ugh.
like that.
Isn't Joey?
Yeah,
the
Joey
guy that thinks-
Rocha, he talks
Volcanoes
about
are
himself in the
fake?
third person, and it drives me insane.
Yeah, right.
He says
Who
things
drives
like
insane?
Joey Rocha is an effing idiot.
Yeah,
Wait, no, hold on.
exactly.
Who did it drive insane?
Me. Oh, I get it. I'm slow today. Hello?
The,
That's
Clever
the
girl.
question. Is Joey Rocha the guy that thinks volcanoes are fake?
Yes, even though he
Yeah,
lives
sorry, what?
lives
That's
on
the
a
guy.
near
volcano.
volcanoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
even
sorry,
though
wait,
he
hold on.
lives on
Wait, whoa,
Hawaii.
whoa. We're not
In
just jumping
Hawaii,
right
right.
past that. He thinks that volcanoes aren't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He thinks they're government.
But he
he
also
lives on the
he lives in
volcano.
Hawaii.
I was about to say, go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Which
he
would-
lives there.
You would think that would be a bad move on his part, but remember, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
That's
Ding.
literally how Hawaii was and is being formed. Is through
Yeah.
volcanism.
Exactly. There are a few states more explicitly connected to and impossible to ignore volcanoes, especially when the hot lava is devouring your house.
I'd argue there probably isn't a single state in the Union that is more connected to the concept of volcanoes than Hawaii.
Although we do have our active volcano here that I shoveled off of my driveway, so we do have an experience.
Mark Beiser in the live chat says, Joey, there's something wrong with that laser Rocha. No, that was Rad Vlad. That was the laser. Yeah, Rad Vlad was, well, there's something wrong with that laser.
Oh, Zero, 19 people watching and only 10 likes. Well,
laser's
shame upon
broken.
you all.
Yeah.
Come on, get that like button going there. Do with that like button what that kid does with his copper spirals.
Guys, one like on this video equals 10 fewer negative positive ions from the sun for you. It's
Yeah.
just science.
Yeah,
Of
there we
course.
go. Every time
the way,
you
what
press
is-
that like button,
Jess,
Yes.
An
what is
electron will
the
get
what
its-
is the name of this guy's channel? I would like to go see it.
I believe it's just called Jordan Bronson.
Oh,
Let's see.
imagine
That
it's
sounds like
us
something.
hating.
Okay.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. Hold on, I've got it right here.
Imagine that we introduced the word photovoltaic to him.
All right, there we go.
His head would explode.
Yeah.
Probably.
Granted, I don't know much about electronics, but I don't pretend to.
This moron.
All right,
does.
there we go. The
All I know is that
Purple's
that
advice is
Benjamin
well
Franklin-
taken, Mark, recommending closing your entire body in copper coils to be safe.
All I
Yeah.
know about electronic is that Benjamin Franklin fucked it up for the rest of us by just deciding to name one of them negative and the other positive, so that now we have to say, oh well, the flow of electrons is opposite the direction of the flow of the voltage, and that annoys me.
Yeah, his channel name is just Jordan Bronson. I posted the link in the live chat and the side chat for the Zoom call.
And for those who
Lucky us.
dare to follow up on it, you will discover absolutely nothing of value.
Yeah, pretty much.
Could you imagine if we all
Surely,
went
I mean,
over...
I think he has a future as a fashion channel, to be honest.
Yes, indeed. I
you
think
imagine if
for
all of
the robot from Futurama, he would really go for all of the decor here.
Yeah.
Imagine if all of us went over and subscribed to him. Suddenly, he had this spike in subscriptions.
Unfortunately,
God,
he's
future beauty
already
industry.
he's already got over 12,000 subscribers, so I don't
Oh
think he
my
needs
God.
any more.
Okay, no, now I'm
Holy
depressed.
moly! What are they all copper barons?
I think
Copper
they're
barons.
watching just to see what crazy stuff he comes up with.
Yeah. He does not have a lack of content, that's for sure. Whether it's good content or not is quite debatable, but you know.
Well, and he also has a potential career as a hand model.
There
Yes.
you go.
I know
All
a
right.
friend of mine is a hand model.
Are we talking George Costanza?
I don't know. I think he bites his nails.
Yeah.
Katsuni Cavalry.
I see Chris got that.
Bender.
Chris got that one.
Yes,
Bracelets are for fembots.
Oh jeez. All right.
I've
Well,
already
let's.
said
Some of
everything
you
in
could
this
have,
video that
if
needs to be
occasionally,
said.
from time to time, some of you could make a reference that's something from this century. I'd appreciate that, you know? Personally.
Just so everyone knows, I think I've already said everything about this video that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
and that
know.
was with the first
You're
question.
probably right.
Well, let's see if we can finish.
Right now, he's talking about how you shouldn't wear it. You should wear it. Most of the time. If you're existing.
Right. You should be able to wear it to bed, but don't wear it 24/7.
Don't wear it to bed.
Yeah, don't wear it 24/7. Just wear it.
To bed. And
bed.
all day.
Hey, come on!
Outside,
Don't make me stop this
with your bare
car.
arms, we don't do that.
All right. Let's continue
Well,
Wear it
on,
in the
shall
shower.
we?
God help you.
Here we go.
Or in the morning to absorb them, because during the day it's just too hot. You're going to get more
Which he said
radiation
like 30 minutes ago.
than positive and negative ion itself. The best time is in the afternoon to get your positive and negative ions.
Which he said
Remember,
like
I
half
will
an
be the
hour
first
ago.
human in history who will tell you that you need positive and negative ions.
And that's because
That
it's
is
not
very
true.
important.
No one would have said anything
Okay?
like that.
I will tell
So
you
is
why
this
later.
ionizing
in other
radiation
videos.
or non-ionizing
It's going to tie
radiation?
to this, but this video is getting too long. I have to explain it. But remember,
Oh, yeah.
you need positive and negative ions. Always. Your body needs it. What happened is
They're
the cell
called
phones, the cell
electrolytes.
signals, Bluetooth, wireless stuff, Wi-Fi, all these antennas are bombarding us. Sorry, kind of late. They're bombarding us, as I explain all the time. It is too much in
It
your
still
body.
isn't true.
We are using these things to take it out because there is nothing in this lifetime to take it out. This is the first thing, the first invention in the world that actually take the
Alert
positive
the
and negative
media.
ion
Drink.
out of your
Drink
body.
real quick.
Yes,
So,
hello?
You need ions, but here we have this thing to remove them. And don't wear it at night and don't wear it during either the beginning of the day or the middle of the day. But wear it most of the time, but not 24/7, but try to wear it as much as possible, but only in the afternoons. And also, apparently in the past few billion years where life existed, they just never they never thought a natural selection, I should say, never came up with a mechanism of removing the negative and positive ions, which, by the way, we still need, but we should get rid of. And they're coming in from the wireless and the Wi-Fi's and the...
Can you imagine this guy writing a user agreement?
So you just memorized and did his entire
I
shtick.
still
Are
don't...
you proud of yourself?
Does he think that radiation or signals send ions?
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
And he said that he said that ions can be converted into radiation.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what ions are.
Ions are
No,
being
I don't
emanated
think
from
so.
your Wi-Fi.
No, but it's a really cool word, so he uses it a lot.
I see also, he was talking about how
Go into
ions are coming
Starbucks
from
and
the
harvest
sun.
ions from their
I mean,
Wi-Fi.
Presumably,
In
the
the
only thing he
wireless
could be
entry
talking
in
about
his
there is
car.
the solar wind, in which case he should really avoid the higher northern and southern latitudes, otherwise he'll be overdosed. Then you'll need to wear 6 of these at once.
Depends on how big the car is you're driving.
Sorry, Chris, you were saying something.
Oh, I was just saying that I was mentioning that his wireless entry system is also giving him problems. He gets sick with that. So, and this supposedly fixes it because it's still stealing all the ions from him.
Also, and it's something I missed out earlier. When he says gets sick, does he just like have a headache or something? Like,
apparently splitting headaches. His one neuron really just can't take it.
Yeah.
I would suggest that he try to find a cause which is not the ions which are coming from somewhere, these quote-unquote ions which are coming from somewhere in the car. I'm still not sure where that is. But,
Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
Oh yes, of course. Just get a car which doesn't have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
Now, Mark Beiser is
Just
trying to
get
see
like an old car.
consistency here.
I'm sure even if you have a new age car which has the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth, just turn them off.
Okay,
Oh, but they're still going to be emanating the stuff.
Just turn
he
it off.
thinks.
Yes,
As an
Purple?
autistic, I can kind of get his thing about saying, some people being sensitive to things other people aren't aware of. And it's possible there could be like some electronics in the car that is producing like a high-pitched whine that most people don't hear that could be giving them headaches.
Oh yeah, that I remember those. That happens to me sometimes on these old TVs that make that really high-pitched noise. But like, it's possible, but I don't know. It seems
The flat screens make that same noise, by the way.
Well, should we see if we can finish out his lovely video here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying for 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
This is, remember,
Begging
this
for
is the
it.
first invention in the world that does this.
Yeah, we got that.
So all you have to do is wear them, understand them, learn from them, how
way
they help
that
your
you have
body.
not made clear.
But remember, you still need to charge your body. Okay? Very important to remember
Okay.
to listen to your body. I always tell you all the time. There was one old man.
keep telling this
My
clown my
body's
body
telling me.
He
speaks
always
in
taught me
Croatian.
how
I
to
don't
set-
understand
how to
it.
Listen to my body.
It will be okay,
Or
Chris. I promise.
The lady
I
next
promise.
door.
It'll be okay.
Told me
My
that long
body's
ago.
telling him to shut
Also,
the
this
fuck
old
up.
man too told me how to listen to my body or listen to my surroundings. He said.
Ions are coming from inside.
Well,
the
pretty much
house.
the same principle. Listen to
Could
your
you
body.
repeat something
How
again?
your body
Yeah,
behaves.
okay.
How
Guys,
your
I
body
wanna
tells
listen
you
to my
certain
body.
things. Well, we are stealing the electrons, the positive and negative ion out of our body. We
I
need to
just keep
learn
thinking
how
the
it
body
behaves and
electric.
how it's helping.
I don't believe in
Remember,
stealing.
the more active you are, the more you have to put this in. Because the
He doesn't
more
really
active you
explain
are, you
how
are
you
creating
steal
your own
electrons
radiation
out of your
inside
body
Yes,
by
the sun
not
does that
wearing
too.
this.
And also, too, when you go out somewhere and you have a lot of wireless and you have a lot of Wi-Fi around you and you go to a party or you go to a family thing, like family dinner or something, everybody's have a phone. If you go out into the restaurants and stuff, everybody have it. So when you go out in the restaurant, you're going to have to put this in. So it's like how I said, when I go into the car, my car, I have to
I
actually
wear one
put
of
four
these
of
things. I'm around Wi-Fi.
When
and
I'm
I
home,
start
many-
getting
I
zapped.
usually
That's how
just
I
wear
know
one.
How
One
many
is good
people are on their phones in his
and then
car?
sometimes if I feel like certain things, I put two on.
Well, because
Sometimes
of
I'm
the things
really,
he wears,
like,
it's
then I'll
possible
put
that he
four.
doesn't really have a huge
But
problem
normally,
with people
one
hanging
or
around
two.
him too much.
When I go out, then I put four on, two on each. And that's why I said in that video, I said you need to make four of them. And then once you make
Does
four,
he have any
got that like
videos?
about
learn
Does he have
how
any?
to listen
already,
to your
kid.
body.
Does he have any videos on how
Okay.
to make a tin hat?
I hope that this
Yeah.
will be
Mark
helpful.
Baser has
Oh,
pointed
but he
out
could
that
just
at
wear a
least
colander on his head. I know people who did that in the past.
Mark Baser has pointed out they flip-flopped at least 4 times in this video, whether the
Yeah.
bracelets were for getting rid of or for getting more ions.
Yeah.
It's doing simultaneously everything else. Yes,
Well,
Kitsune
obviously
thanked
the
me for
answer-
reading their comment about it's coming from inside the house.
Obviously, the answer is that he's done extensive studies as to the ideal amount of ions that one must have in their body. And obviously, he's done more extensive research about the rate of ion deposition or excretion, which
Yeah.
happens per bracelet. And then he's used some sort of mathematical formulas to
And also-
find out the exact number of bracelets you need to wear and how frequently you need to wear them in order to best, balance one's ionness. Obviously, he's
And
done
why
all this,
you
right?
only
He's
need-
just,
Now, is there
he's
a
just
black
talking about-
market for stolen ions?
There's probably a black market for that sort of thing.
I'd have
Isn't
to
there-
check,
isn't
I'd
there
have
a
to
rule
check the
about-
dark web, but to my knowledge, there isn't.
Isn't there a rule about repeating the idiot's stuff too many times?
That
Can you
hasn't
say that
stopped
again?
us so far.
Sorry, can you say that again? Didn't quite
Is
hear
he
you.
breaking YouTube's terms of service?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh yes.
I doubt it. I don't think
Well-
I don't think there's a service about being stupid.
That's true. I mean, there's plenty of stupid that's still allowed on the internet. So
Yeah, but there's a isn't there a clause about making false statements or?
I don't.
Yeah,
think so.
I don't like all this
I doubt
narcissism.
that.
I don't think there should be an I in ion.
So I just want to point out that I was just looking through his myriad of videos, and he's got quite a few. So we might come back and revisit him at some point. But he has another DIY one. It's DIY distilled water, and the title is "Avoid radiation before drinking it."
Wow. Yeah, that one, I think you should put that on a future inflict on us thing,
Hold on,
because
wait,
that.
wait, wait.
But-
You
Does-
shouldn't be
but-
drinking distilled water.
But wait, it gets better. It gets better. Somebody in the comments section says references, please, and he says references. Did you watch the video?
I mean, you gotta do it yourself. Distilled water, just like boil it.
Hey, come on, play the video. Play the video. Let's finish it.
All right, let's see the rest of his copper
Again, you just can't
stainless
get enough of this
steel, whatever.
Amalgam thing.
Yeah, thingy-mabob.
That's what.
And I
That's
do
what the steel is for. It
different
steals
ones.
the
I actually
ions.
have different types,
Oh,
and I also have pendants too, that you can do it all by yourself. You do not need anybody for this, okay? Because this is the first bracelet that actually steals your ions, your positive and negative ions, because that's the principle to this.
So is stealing
Like I
ions
stated,
good or
I can
bad?
actually
We can't
feel
quite.
it.
The world
When
may
someone
never
else
know.
is actually, when someone else is wearing them, all I have to do is touch them, and there's changes in them. You're sensitive
I bet
enough.
there are. They
you
want to
will
get
know
away as fast as
exactly
possible with the changes.
in this video. You will know a lot of
Bad
things
touch,
from this
bad
video.
touch.
If you learn how to listen to your body, you
Don't.
will know. Okay? But
I still want to
I
see
guess
the
that's about it
noggin
on this
version
video
that
here.
you wear on your head.
I might, like I stated one more time, I might go into
How is this
do
going to
pendants
affect
and
my bowel
stuff.
movements?
I'm in the work for those. But I guess that's about it on this video here.
Oh, thank
Bonus.
God.
Oh, bonus close-up, as opposed to
It's as
the
if we weren't
close-ups
spending-
we've had
Get
already.
me out
As
of
if we
my
weren't spending the
misery.
whole video looking at this one thing in the first place. At least now
You
we
realize
have a,
a
good
close-up
view
that
of it.
isn't closer than the previous close-ups really
Yeah.
isn't much of a close-up.
but it's a bonus,
even closer
RJ.
and even more up.
Yeah.
Wait, why has he only put the shrink wrap on one side of it?
Because he's a dope.
Close up. A close up, you jerk. A close
Oh
up.
my goodness. Yeah, he's
Well, it's
You have
That's
to
all
admit he
right.
has very nice nails.
yeah.
To be fair, I mean this thing it is stupid, but it looks okay. I mean the combination of the steel and the copper, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
it's like
color
it's like
combination.
one
All
of
right,
those
Hillel,
two-tone
you wear one.
two-tone
I'll get back to
jewelry,
you on
you
that.
know? Rose
I'll
gold
get
and
back to you on
silver.
that, Danny.
And explain the principle to your colleagues.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be less conspicuous than trying to wear a toilet bowl on your head.
Yeah, or the hat, the tinfoil hat.
worthy.
This is he has a lengthy close-up. I mean, it's
This
a,
is
I mean,
this is a
it's
quite
a-
extensive bonus. It's not
It's
giving
not
us
a
any
lot
new
to look at, to
information,
be
but it
fair.
is extensive.
yeah.
The dog a
looks
bonus?
Pretty, I guess, but I mean, how many angles can you show in this one thing? It's a
Right.
circle.
I mean, we get it. You got some wire wrapped
Uh-huh.
around wire, and then you got some more wire wrapped around, which you've shown
And
how
you got
to
a
do
coil.
that. And that pretty well
And a
covers
coil, yeah,
it.
you got a
There,
coil.
there you go.
And there's an
You've got
infinite number of
copper and a
angles.
re- you've got
And
copper
we'll
and a
see
normal
you in the
fuse.
next video.
Oh,
Ooh.
Rats.
is that
And the
finished?
thing about it is, the thing about his presentation, it made total and absolute sense. I mean, didn't everybody else get it?
Yeah,
Let's see this in the
course.
next video.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
dear.
got to keep your ions from being stolen, and instead you have to steal your ions, because if you don't steal your ions, they'll be stolen, and if you don't steal them, then they're going to not
Yeah,
be
remember,
stolen, in which case that's
this-
bad.
Because this device, it'll get rid of your
almost
ions, but also it'll absorb the ions.
Yeah.
I almost
Ah.
think that he was related
You cute little pug. Oh,
why,
no,
why,
Pug
why
wouldn't
did the
wear any
song
silly
basket
crap
case
like that.
already enter into my
And
mind?
yeah, what
from
about the
Green
animals? Are they
Day?
supposed to wear copper things too? What about their ions? Don't
Wait a
they
minute.
count?
If I've stolen them, are they then my ions instead of your ions?
Yeah.
I got my ions. You got
My
your
ions are your ions.
Oh dear. Anyway,
Yeah,
with
ions,
that,
she
everybody,
she, they ons.
I think we shall wrap it up here for the evening. It's been a lovely video we watched there. You know, I've learned so much.
It was definitely a video.
It was. You are correct.
I don't know if
RJ.
I don't know if I buy that argument.
Learn that there is no shortage of idiots in the world.
And with a bonus, we have to admit that not every one of the videos that we have seen before went out of its way to offer a bonus at
That's
no
true.
extra charge.
Mhm.
And the effect of that was to
Yeah.
produce a content that was no better than without the bonus.
Golf clap.
Oh,
Golf clap.
jeez.
I'll say this about the close-up: it certainly was close.
Well, with that,
Yet there was
everybody,
no Glenn Close in there, so it's not going to win an Oscar.
I want to thank you all for coming, everybody in the live chat, and thank you everybody on the panel. Excuse me, I have the hiccups still. I do appreciate all of you, and I appreciate all of you coming back. And we will be back again next week because it's a regular thing we do here. It's the only thing that's
there's no
regular
shortage of
about this
stupid.
channel.
I'm
Indeed.
ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Oh no!
Isn't it simultaneously worrisome
start
and
rotating.
delightful that we're never going to run out of stupid?
I think at the end of each episode now, I should have it switch scenes to just a close up of the panel and just put bonus close up on the screen.
Yeah, the bonus close-ups, yes.
No, we just
Hey,
start rotating.
There's an old, there's
And,
J-
and you
JC,
can
there's an
say,
old
you
Chinese
better
saying
like
that-
this video or the bonus close-ups are going to last twice as long.
JC,
Yes,
there's
Renee?
an old Chinese
that sounds like
proverb
something
that
that
goes, "It's
Gene
better to
Scott
be
would do."
regular than irregular."
Exactly. See, look at that. We're always irregularly regular.
Wait, there's more. If you order today-
Chris, start rotating.
All right. Well, with that, everybody, we are going to say goodnight. So I do appreciate everybody
Okay,
yet again.
If I could just make one quick announcement here.
You can, Purple.
Due to a schedule conflict, I'm not going to be able to do my normal Wednesday show coming up. So instead, 24 hours from now, I am going to do a special anniversary show because tomorrow will be the anniversary of my channel.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Very
Well, definitely
cool.
everybody go check that out. I will also send it out on Discord and Twitter tomorrow. So make sure that you're there. Be there or be square, or however the saying
Or
goes.
Not
polyhedral,
there.
if you prefer.
You got it right.
All right. Well, at least I got something
There
right.
will be rhombus.
Say goodnight, panel.
All right. Good night, everybody.
panel.
Say good night, panel.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, panel.
Aw.
And
Good
don't
night,
accept
panel.
any wooden penguins.